All right, guys and gals, welcome to Fantasy Nuts. I appreciate you tuning in for my Week 5 running back wide receiver ranking video. I'm going to try to make this one quick. I'm a little late in putting it up, so I'm going to try to get it up as soon as I can. I'm going to talk about few players here, just the ones of note that I feel like worth talking about. And then I'm going to put the rankings up off to the side, so if you need to look at them, they're right here for you. Go ahead and just leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment below, all that good stuff. Let's talk about it. All right, here's my top 10 running backs up on the board here. I got Derrick Henry as number 1, Aaron Jones number 2, Kamara number 3. I like Chubb at number 4. Chubb kind of had a bad week last week, but I think he's going to bounce back, have a much better week this week. Saquon Barkley continues his streak. Samaje Harris, I believe, still continues his and becomes a top 10 running back this week, 20-plus fantasy points, hopefully. He just gets so much opportunity, it's crazy. Let's talk about Antonio Gibson. I think Antonio Gibson is interesting this week because he has that fractured shin. So that'll be interesting to keep an eye on, see how his workload goes. If it goes to J.D. McKissic, do they rest him a few weeks? Does he play through it? If he does, it can't be that big of an injury. You'd think they wouldn't let him play with that if it was the case. I got Kareem Hunt at 15. I got Damian Harris at 17, Josh Jacobs at 19, Cordarrelle Patterson I want to talk about, 20. Man, this guy, I just traded for him for Antonio Gibson, so I hope that does not burn me in this, but Cordarrelle Patterson has been amazing on limited touches, and that's the key, limited touches. Can he continue this type of workload on these limited touches? I don't think so. All right, moving on to my top 30 here. We got Damian Williams starting up 21. Damian Williams taking over for David Montgomery. I think he's going to do pretty good. Maybe even should be ranked a little bit higher. I think a lot of people do have him higher than I do. So I love Damian Williams as a number 2 running back this week. Eli Mitchell, I like 26. Eli Mitchell, as long as he's healthy, that San Francisco running game, along with Trey Lance being a running quarterback, I think that boosts their running game. Samaje Perine taking over for Mixon, as long as Mixon's out, which it looks like he's going to be. Samaje should be a good pickup this week and a good play. Let's move on to the wide receivers. I got Stephon Diggs at number 3. I know he's been just middle of the pack kind of, but he is going to just blow up at some point. I think this is the game he does it. CeeDee Lamb, not a great past 2 weeks. I think he has a better week this week. Comes out, blows up. Let's hope for a touchdown. DJ Moore, playing against Philly. I know I said this last week to sit him against Trayvon Diggs, and it didn't work out. DJ had a great game. This, I feel like it's a trap now. I feel like it's a trap. You're like, oh, he's matchup proof. It wasn't matchup proof. Trayvon Diggs wasn't even on him man-to-man the whole time. It was a zone defense a lot of the time. I do not think this is a safe play still, but I have him at 8 because he's the way he's been playing. I got Adam Thielen at 9. I love Adam Thielen. I think he comes back, has a bounce-back week this week. He's just been nothing but consistent with Cousins and Jefferson and all that. So, yeah, I think that comes back and he burns one. All right, let's talk about our top 20 here. DeAndre Hopkins I got at number 11. I like Diontae at 14. I think a lot of people have Diontae a little higher than I do right now, which is kind of crazy. He's been nothing but a target monster, 10-plus targets every week. I don't understand just because he's playing Denver, like stupid. No, he's going to have a good week no matter what. He's going to get the targets. He's going to have 10-plus targets and have 15-plus fantasy points at the very least. All right, I like Jamar Chase at 16. Cortland Sutton I have at 18. Let's talk Marvin Jones. How amazing has this guy been previous to last week pretty much? I think he continues that workload with Trevor Lawrence, and that just is, I think he's going to be top 20. All right, let's top my top 30 here. Brandon Cooks I got at 22, mainly because of his matchup. He's still a top wide receiver in the league just because of what happened last week. Doesn't matter. I predicted that to happen. I think everybody predicted that to happen last week. So Brandon Cooks is still a great play. Devontae Smith at number 24. I think Allen Robinson. Let's talk about Allen Robinson. Had a weak run so far this year. I think Robert Woods is a good example of what could happen with a player like Allen Robinson and Robert Woods. Mediocre first 4 weeks. 5, boom, blow up. Now, I'm not saying Allen Robinson is going to blow up, but you saw Robert Woods last week. Robert Woods had been a little more productive than Allen Robinson throughout the first 4 weeks, but Allen Robinson is that type of wide receiver. He is that quality of wide receiver. You go out and you play this guy, I think, this week with confidence. I wish I would have. I still can. I might. We'll see what happens. All right, at number 30, I got Michael Pittman to round it off. In Indianapolis, I think he's the best wide receiver. Let's just put it that. He sees the most targets. He's got the most talent. So, yeah, we'll end it with that, guys. Here, that's my Week 5 wide receiver, running back rankings. This is Fantasy Nuts. My name's Luke Evans. If you like the content, hit a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Stay Fantasy Nuts.